In a world increasingly defined by the relentless march of technological progress, where digital screens dominate our daily interactions and innovation often feels confined to urban centers and specialized labs, a curious paradox emerges. We're more connected than ever before, yet feelings of isolation persist, particularly for those whose lives remain deeply rooted in traditional practices, far removed from the bustling currents of metropolitan life. How do we reconcile the vast windswept plains of self-sufficiency with the gleaming, high-tech promises of tomorrow? What happens when the cutting edge of human ingenuity, often associated with rapid change and disruption, unexpectedly intersects with a way of life that has remained largely untouched for generations? This isn't merely a philosophical query. It's a living question, playing out in surprising ways across the very fabric of our global society. Consider the vast expanses of rural America or any remote corner of the world where the rhythm of life is dictated not by algorithms or market trends, but by the seasons, the land, and the enduring spirit of resilience. Here, the challenges are often elemental: harsh weather, economic uncertainties, and the quiet struggle to maintain a livelihood against forces both natural and economic. For many, the advancements that define the modern age, electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, hyperspeed internet, might seem like distant concepts, perhaps even irrelevant to their daily grind. Their world is one of calloused hands, weathered faces, and a profound connection to the earth beneath their feet. Yet, this perceived disconnect raises a fundamental question about the nature of progress itself. Is true innovation only for the elite, or can its transformative power reach into the most unexpected places, bridging divides we once thought insurmountable? The prevailing narrative often suggests a widening chasm between the old world and the new, between those who embrace every technological leap and those who, by choice or circumstance, remain tethered to an older way of living. This narrative, while containing elements of truth, risks overlooking the profound potential for convergence, for moments where the seemingly disparate elements of human existence not only meet but profoundly enrich one another. What if a grand gesture, seemingly out of place, could ignite a spark of connection between these worlds, demonstrating that the future isn't just about what we build, but who we connect with and how we choose to share the fruits of our collective ingenuity? It's a compelling thought, one that challenges our preconceived notions of progress and the very definition of impact. This journey will take us into the heart of such an extraordinary convergence, exploring how the very symbols of modern ambition can sometimes find their most poignant meaning in the simplest of settings. We will delve into a scenario where the world of visionary entrepreneurship, with its bold declarations and futuristic designs, reaches out to embrace the quiet dignity of a life lived on the land, demonstrating a surprising, heartwarming resonance. It's a story that transcends the mere exchange of goods. It speaks to deeper human values, to the unexpected power of generosity, and to the universal desire for recognition and connection, regardless of one's place in the modern hierarchy. This exploration aims to unravel not just the what of such an event, but the why and the how an act of kindness can ripple outwards, transforming not only an individual's life, but also the broader conversation around technology, community, and the surprising ways in which our increasingly complex world can still foster moments of profound simplicity and joy. It challenges us to look beyond the immediate headlines and consider the underlying currents of human experience that bind us together, regardless of our backgrounds or our proximity to the cutting edge. Prepare to consider how a single unexpected gift can illuminate the vast potential for bridging perceived gaps, reminding us that the human spirit, in all its resilience and capacity for wonder, remains the most powerful force for change and connection in our ever-evolving world. The stage is set for an examination of how innovation and tradition can find common ground, creating a narrative far richer than either could achieve alone. The story we are about to explore is not just about a specific event. It's a lens through which we can examine the broader implications of technological reach, the human desire for connection, and the unexpected ways in which generosity can reshape lives and perceptions. It invites us to ponder the very essence of value in an increasingly materialistic world, suggesting that perhaps the greatest innovations are not merely those that advance our capabilities, but those that enhance our shared humanity. This fascinating intersection of the old and the new, the practical and the visionary, serves as a powerful testament to the enduring power of human connection in the face of rapid change and the surprising paths that lead to unexpected joy. The narrative continues, delving into the very foundations of this intriguing interaction. To truly grasp the significance of such an occurrence, we must first understand the distinct worlds involved, the steadfast traditions that ground rural existence, and the dynamic forces that propel modern innovation. This contrast isn't just a backdrop. It's the very tension that gives this narrative its compelling power, setting the stage for a deeper exploration of how these two seemingly disparate realities can converge in a moment of profound, shared humanity. The journey begins with understanding the distinct landscapes that define each side of this extraordinary encounter. To fully appreciate the confluence of tradition and innovation, it's essential to delve into the historical currents that shaped both the rugged individualist and the visionary technologist. For centuries, the American West, particularly states like Wyoming, has been synonymous with a profound sense of self-reliance and an enduring connection to the land. Ranching, in particular, emerged not merely as an occupation, but as a way of life, forged in the crucible of vast, often unforgiving landscapes. Early settlers and homesteaders, driven by a spirit of independence, faced immense environmental challenges, blizzards, droughts, and the sheer isolation of the frontier. This environment cultivated a deep-seated resilience, a practical ingenuity, and a skepticism towards external dependencies. Their tools were often extensions of their own hands and determination, evolving slowly, shaped by necessity rather than abstract design. This historical backdrop paints a vivid picture of a culture where grit and perseverance were, and often still are, the primary currencies, a stark contrast to the rapidly iterating world of digital innovation. Conversely, the genesis of the modern technological revolution, particularly in areas like sustainable transport and artificial intelligence, traces its roots back to a different kind of frontier, the intellectual landscape of scientific inquiry and entrepreneurial daring. Visionaries, often operating far from established norms, began to challenge conventional wisdom, seeking not incremental improvements, but radical paradigm shifts. Think of the early pioneers of electric vehicles in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, whose ideas were eclipsed by internal combustion, but never truly extinguished. Their foundational concepts lay dormant, awaiting a confluence of scientific breakthroughs, environmental urgency, and the emergence of figures audacious enough to rekindle the flame. This historical arc demonstrates a recurring pattern, transformative. Ideas often spring from a desire to fundamentally rethink existing systems, propelling society forward in leaps rather than steps. Furthermore, the very concept of a disruptive technology, a term now commonplace in business and innovation circles, has its own fascinating lineage. Initially coined to describe innovations that create new markets and value networks, eventually displacing established market-leading firms, it speaks to a deliberate strategy of challenging the status quo. Companies like Tesla, for instance, did not merely aim to build another car. They sought to redefine the entire automotive industry, from powertrain to sales model, from energy infrastructure to the very perception of what a vehicle could be. This ambition isn't accidental. It's the culmination of decades of thought on how innovation can be leveraged to create entirely new possibilities, often by re-examining fundamental assumptions. This approach represents a profound departure from the more gradual, evolutionary progress seen in traditional industries, setting the stage for unexpected encounters with established ways of life. Consider, too, the evolving role of corporate philanthropy and brand engagement. While charitable giving has a long history, the modern era has seen a shift from purely altruistic acts to more integrated strategies that align with brand values and foster public connection. Historically, industrialists like Andrew Carnegie funded libraries and educational institutions, aiming to uplift society and perhaps temper public perception of vast wealth accumulation. Later, corporations embraced sponsorships and community outreach programs. Yet, a contemporary phenomenon has emerged: the highly personalized, often spontaneous, and deeply resonant gesture that transcends traditional marketing. This shift reflects a growing understanding that genuine human connection, amplified through digital channels, can build far deeper brand loyalty and goodwill than traditional advertising. It's a recognition that authenticity and unexpected kindness can resonate profoundly in a world often perceived as transactional. Building on this, the digital age itself has profoundly altered the landscape of public narrative and shared experience. Before the advent of social media platforms, a story of local kindness might circulate within a community or gain regional news coverage. However, the global interconnectedness facilitated by platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook has fundamentally reshaped how stories spread and how individuals connect. A single act, captured and shared, can transcend geographical boundaries and moments, transforming a private moment into a global phenomenon. This unprecedented reach means that individual narratives, previously confined to a limited audience, now possess the potential for immense social and cultural impact. Consequently, a heartfelt gesture, once a private exchange, can become a powerful symbol, fostering collective empathy and shared joy on an unimaginable scale, bridging distances and connecting disparate worlds faster than ever before. This historical context, encompassing the enduring values of the frontier, the radical ambitions of disruptive innovation, the evolution of corporate engagement, and the transformative power of digital communication, provides the essential framework for understanding why a moment like the one described can resonate so deeply. It's not just a random act. It's an intersection of powerful historical and cultural forces, each with its own distinct trajectory, now converging in a singular, poignant event. This background illuminates the profound significance of such an encounter, transforming it from a mere anecdote into a compelling illustration of how our diverse human experiences, often seemingly separate, can unexpectedly intertwine and enrich one another. The moment Buck Harmon laid eyes on the Tesla Cybertruck, he was confronting a physical manifestation of future-forward design, unlike anything seen before in the automotive world, let alone on a Wyoming ranch. This wasn't merely another electric vehicle, it was an audacious statement in stainless steel. The Cybertruck's defining characteristic is its exoskeleton design, a radical departure from traditional body-on-frame construction. Instead of a separate chassis and body, the Cybertruck integrates its structural components into a single, high-strength shell made from ultra-hard 30X cold-rolled stainless steel. This material choice is pivotal. It's the same alloy used in SpaceX rockets, chosen for its extreme durability and resistance to dents and scratches. Imagine a vehicle engineered less like a car and more like a fortress on wheels, designed to withstand impacts that would crumple conventional truck bodies. The angular, almost brutalist aesthetic isn't just for show. It's a direct consequence of the material's properties, as hard steel is notoriously difficult to stamp into complex curves, thus dictating the sharp geometric lines. This engineering choice speaks volumes about its intended purpose: a vehicle built for resilience for environments where traditional trucks might falter. Beyond its striking appearance, the Cybertruck's core functionality is equally revolutionary. particularly when considering its application in demanding environments like a ranch. Its all-electric powertrain delivers astonishing torque and acceleration, features that translate into immense towing capacity and immediate power delivery, invaluable for hauling heavy loads or navigating challenging terrain. The tri-motor variant, for example, boasts acceleration comparable to high-performance sports cars, while its adaptive air suspension system provides variable ground clearance, allowing it to glide over obstacles or lower itself for easier loading. These are not merely luxury features. They are practical advantages for a rancher who might need to traverse rocky pastures, ford shallow streams, or transport equipment across vast distances with maximum efficiency and minimal environmental footprint. The vehicle's onboard power outlets, capable of supplying electricity for tools or even a small home, further underscore its utility as a mobile power station, a concept far removed from the capabilities of a standard gasoline-powered pickup. Moreover, the gift of the Cybertruck to Buck Harmon wasn't just about the vehicle itself. It also illuminated a fascinating facet of modern corporate engagement and personal brand building. While traditional marketing relies on advertising campaigns, figures like Elon Musk often leverage unexpected, high-profile gestures that generate organic, widespread attention. This particular act of generosity served as a real-world demonstration of the Cybertruck's rugged capabilities, placing it in an authentic, challenging environment rather than a controlled showroom. It transformed a product launch into a compelling human interest story, resonating far beyond typical automotive enthusiasts. The narrative of the humble rancher receiving an extraordinary gift from a tech titan created an emotional connection that traditional advertisements could never achieve, effectively turning Buck's experience into a powerful testimonial for the vehicle's resilience and Tesla's innovative spirit. It's a masterclass in experiential marketing, where the product's attributes are showcased through a genuine, heartwarming interaction. The widespread resonance of Buck's story also highlights the innate human appreciation for unexpected kindness and the power of a compelling narrative in the digital age. When a story like this emerges, it taps into universal themes: the underdog triumphing, the meeting of two seemingly disparate worlds, and the simple joy of receiving an unexpected blessing. Social media platforms, in particular, thrive on authenticity and emotional resonance. Buck's genuine disbelief and overwhelming gratitude were palpable, translating across screens and languages. This raw, unfiltered emotion, combined with the stark visual contrast of the futuristic vehicle against the rustic backdrop of the ranch, created a highly shareable moment. It wasn't a staged event. It was a candid glimpse into a life-altering surprise which resonated with millions who might otherwise be disengaged from the world of high technology. Consider for a moment the symbolic weight of such a transaction. It's more than just a car changing hands. It's a bridge being built between the cutting edge of innovation and the enduring values of hard work and self-sufficiency. The Cybertruck, with its almost indestructible exterior, became a metaphor for Buck's own resilience, a perfect fit for a life lived battling the elements. This synergy between the product's design philosophy and the recipient's life circumstances amplified the story's impact, making it feel less like a random act and more like a destined encounter. It speaks to the idea that true innovation isn't just about creating new things, but about finding meaningful applications for them in the lives of real people, in ways that defy conventional expectations and forge unexpected connections across the spectrum of human experience. This particular event serves as a concrete example of how disruptive technology can find its most profound meaning outside the usual urban ecosystems, directly impacting and enhancing lives in previously unimaginable ways. The captivating narrative of Buck Harmon and the Tesla Cybertruck transcends a mere feel-good story. It illuminates profound shifts in our societal landscape, offering a compelling lens through which to examine the evolving relationship between tradition and technological advancement. Beyond the immediate joy of a gift received, this event actively challenges deeply ingrained societal stereotypes, dismantling the pervasive notion that rural life is inherently resistant to, or even incompatible with, cutting-edge innovation. It compels us to reevaluate how progress is defined and distributed, demonstrating that the future isn't solely forged in urban tech hubs, but can meaningfully intersect with and enrich established ways of living. This unexpected convergence fosters a more inclusive vision of modernity, suggesting a paradigm where advanced tools enhance, rather than erode, the dignity and practicalities of traditional livelihoods. Moreover, this singular occurrence sparks a wider conversation about digital and infrastructural inclusion, particularly for remote communities often overlooked in the rush towards connectivity. The presence of an advanced electric vehicle in such a setting immediately raises questions about the necessary supporting infrastructure, charging networks, reliable power grids, and high-speed internet access that can facilitate the full utility of such technologies. While the Cybertruck itself is a product, its arrival in a secluded environment serves as a powerful, real-world case study for the potential integration of sustainable technologies into traditional, resource-dependent sectors, like agriculture. This isn't merely about replacing a gasoline engine. It's about exploring how renewable energy sources and smart systems can empower ranches and farms, leading to greater efficiency, reduced environmental impact, and perhaps even new economic models for rural areas, thereby narrowing the persistent digital and technological divide. Furthermore, Buck Harmon's unexpected ascent to global recognition highlights a fascinating redefinition of influence and community in the hyper-connected age. His authenticity, humility, and genuine surprise resonated with millions, transforming him from an isolated rancher into a symbol of resilience and the unexpected wonders of life. This phenomenon underscores how unscripted, human-centric narratives, particularly those embodying universal values, possess an extraordinary capacity to forge unexpected bonds across vast cultural and geographic distances. It's a testament to the power of shared human experience, proving that communal identity can coalesce around moments of genuine emotion, transcending traditional boundaries and demonstrating a collective yearning for connection in an increasingly fragmented world. His story didn't just go viral. It organically cultivated a form of global empathy. Consider, too, the subtle yet significant implications for the perception of value itself. In a society often preoccupied with material acquisition and quantifiable success, Buck's story redirects our focus towards less tangible, yet profoundly impactful, forms of wealth: the value of human connection, the dignity of labor, and the simple joy of an unexpected kindness. It challenges the conventional wisdom that high-tech innovations are exclusively for the privileged few, or that their utility is confined to complex urban ecosystems. Instead, it posits that true value is realized when technology serves to uplift and connect, when it bridges gaps between disparate worlds, and when it acknowledges the inherent worth of every individual, regardless of their proximity to the centers of power or innovation. This instance, therefore, becomes a powerful illustration of how generosity, when delivered with genuine intent, can create ripples far beyond the initial act, fostering a broader appreciation for diverse life experiences. This remarkable convergence also brings into sharp focus the evolving landscape of corporate social responsibility and brand identity. While traditional philanthropy often follows prescribed channels, this event exemplifies a more dynamic, emotionally resonant approach to engagement. It suggests that contemporary leadership, particularly from figures at the forefront of technological advancement, can leverage their platforms not just for product promotion, but for impactful human gestures that resonate deeply with public sentiment. This strategy moves beyond mere marketing. It becomes a form of narrative building that intertwines a company's vision with aspirational human values, demonstrating a commitment to more than just profit. It allows a brand to embody empathy and forward-thinking generosity, creating a powerful, authentic connection with a global audience that values purpose as much as product. Consequently, the story of Buck Harmon and the Cybertruck serves as a poignant reminder that while technology continues its relentless march forward, the most profound advancements often lie in its capacity to enhance human connection and understanding. It encourages us to envision a future where innovation is not a force of division, but a catalyst for unity, capable of reaching into the most unexpected corners of the world to surprise, inspire, and ultimately bring people closer together. This single event, therefore, becomes a powerful allegory for the potential of bridging perceived divides, reminding us that genuine human connection remains the ultimate frontier, capable of transforming lives and perceptions in ways that are both surprising and deeply heartwarming. Reflecting on the journey we've undertaken, what initially presented itself as a striking anomaly, a vibrant splash of the future against a backdrop of enduring tradition, has, upon closer examination, revealed itself as something far more profound. We've delved into the deep currents of human resilience and the relentless tides of innovation, tracing their separate courses before witnessing their dramatic convergence. This unexpected junction, far from being a mere fleeting spectacle, invites us to consider the intricate dance between established ways of life and the audacious leaps of human ingenuity, challenging us to look beyond the obvious surface. What becomes evident is a nuanced narrative that challenges our preconceived notions of progress, dismantling the simplistic dichotomy often drawn between the rustic and the revolutionary. It's not merely about the displacement of the familiar by the novel, but rather a compelling dialogue where each element, in its unique expression, finds an unexpected resonance with the other. The very fabric of our interconnected world, often perceived as an accelerant for division or a purveyor of superficiality, here demonstrates its remarkable capacity to bridge distances and foster a shared appreciation for distinct human experiences. This dynamic interplay suggests that the true measure of advancement might lie not just in what we create, but in how we extend its reach, ensuring its resonance across every landscape and within every life, thereby dissolving long-held assumptions about where and how innovation truly takes root. Indeed, this unfolding chronicle serves as a powerful crucible, refining our understanding of value in an age of constant flux. It illuminates how genuine human narratives, unburdened by artifice and resonating with authentic emotion, possess an extraordinary kinetic energy, capable of transcending mere observation to ignite a global ripple of collective sentiment. This phenomenon acts as a potent reminder that the most impactful connections are often forged in moments of authentic vulnerability and unexpected generosity, cutting through the noise of skepticism and prejudgment. Like a sudden brilliant star appearing in a familiar constellation, such instances redefine the celestial map of human interaction, drawing disparate points into a unified luminous whole, urging us to look beyond superficial divides and embrace a broader definition of what truly enriches our collective human tapestry. Drawing these diverse threads together, the cumulative insights challenge us to envision a more integrated future, one where the pioneering spirit of the past finds renewed purpose through the transformative power of tomorrow's tools. The perceived chasm between the self-reliant and the technologically advanced begins to narrow, revealing instead of fertile ground for mutual enrichment and surprising collaboration. This powerful demonstration of unexpected kinship prepares us to consider the deeper lessons embedded within such extraordinary encounters, prompting a broader contemplation on the enduring human spirit and its capacity for connection, especially when confronted with the seemingly improbable. It nudges us to reconsider the very boundaries we often impose on progress and possibility, recognizing that true advancement is often found at the intersection of the unexpected. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's clear that the reverberations of such an event extend far beyond the immediate beneficiaries. They echo through the broader societal discourse, prompting a re-evaluation of how innovation can serve as a catalyst for unity, how generosity can redefine corporate engagement, and how the simplest, most authentic acts can carry the most profound weight. The stage is now set to distill the overarching wisdom from this journey, inviting us to embrace a perspective that transcends the ordinary and recognizes the extraordinary potential dwelling within every unexpected alignment, illuminating pathways towards a more connected and understanding world. This collective experience, in its surprising simplicity, offers a powerful lens through which to grasp the profound capacity for human ingenuity to foster not just material advancement, but also deep, resonant connections across the varied landscapes of our global community. The quiet echo of a single, unexpected act resonates far beyond the immediate moment, inviting us to reflect on the deeper currents that shape our shared human experience. What began as a remarkable convergence of the rugged American West and the gleaming edge of technological ambition has unfolded into a profound testament to the enduring power of connection, challenging our very definitions of progress and prosperity. We've witnessed how the stark contrast between a life steeped in tradition and the audacious vision of tomorrow can dissolve, revealing a surprising harmony where innovation serves not to disrupt, but to uplift and unite. This is the essence of a future that truly embraces all, proving that the most transformative advancements are often those that bridge the seemingly insurmountable divides, illuminating pathways previously unseen. This narrative compels us to reconsider the prevailing notion that progress is a linear, exclusive march, confined to specific geographies or demographics. Instead, it suggests that genuine advancement blossoms when cutting-edge technology intersects with authentic human need and values, finding its most profound meaning in unexpected applications. The Cybertruck, in its futuristic brilliance, became more than just an electric vehicle. It transformed into a symbol of possibility, a tangible link between the solitary rancher's world and a global community eager to share in his joy. This powerful symbolism reminds us that true innovation isn't merely about creating faster or more powerful tools. It's about discerning how these tools can enhance dignity, foster resilience, and extend a hand of connection across the diverse tapestry of human existence. It's about recognizing that the future is not a destination reserved for a select few, but a journey that can enrich every life, regardless of its starting point. Moreover, the viral spread of Buck Harmon's story underscores a fundamental truth about our interconnected age: authenticity.